It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oniso. Thanks for joining us. More than 100 internally displaced victims from Bokos, Mangu, Barkinladi, Riom and Bassa council areas of Plateau State have received food items from the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons. Senior reporter Funom Joshua has details.
The leadership of the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons alongside the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction are in Jos for a visit. Their first port of call was the government house to the palace of the Bongon Jos, then proceeded to an IDP camp in Bokos to ascertain their living condition. Having evaluated their condition, the delegation handed over some relief materials, which were mostly food items, to improve their living conditions.
President Bola Tinubu is aware of the challenges that the internally displaced persons are facing in the country. The federal government is doing its best and will soon unfold actions that will ensure that your plight is improved and that you are settled and connected with your relatives.
Next was the flagging off of the harvesting of a 200-hectare farm cultivated by internally displaced persons in Kwal community of Bassa local government area in Plateau State.
On behalf of the President, we have congratulated them because they have contributed immensely to the food security of the country. We have seen the vast land that has been cultivated. You have seen the yield.
Migrants and internally displaced persons, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, came up with this program, which we call the REHAPI program, Renewed Hope Agriculture for the IDPs. As you are seeing here, sir, it is a dream that with a quick intervention of the Federal Commissioner, with a deep concern for the IDPs, today, this project is a reality.
The National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons pledges to continue to support all displaced persons in line with their mandate until their resettlement. Funom Joshua, TVC News, Jos.
The Nigeria police have rescued 20 kidnapped victims after preventing 2 kidnappings in Katsina State. At about 7 p.m. on Saturday, police operatives of the Katsina Command intercepted a group of armed bandits along the Katsina-Mangamar-Jibia Road who had opened fire on a vehicle conveying 10 persons in an attempt to kidnap them. The police operatives engaged the armed bandits in a gun battle and forced the bandits to flee the scene and secured the rescue of all 10 persons. Also on the same day, at about 8:30 p.m., police operatives got information of an ambush of a vehicle conveying another 10 passengers along the Funtua-Gusau Road by suspected bandits. The police mobilized to the scene where they engaged the bandits in a gun battle, leading to the rescue of 10 abducted victims. Let's turn our attention to Ghana, where John Mahama has returned as president-elect after Saturday's presidential election. Candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Mahamadou Bamouaya, who is also the vice president, conceded defeat earlier yesterday after failing to win majority of the votes. The outcome of Saturday's election ends 8 years of NPP's presidential rule under President Nana Akufo-Addo. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated President-elect John Mahama on his victory. Special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, mentioned that the president spoke to him on a telephone call to John Mahama. President Tinubu hopes his ascension to power for the second time would further bring stability to the economic community of West African states. President Tinubu also commended the people of Ghana for their commitment to democracy, which he says was demonstrated through the peaceful and successful conduct of both the presidential and parliamentary elections. He also commended the candidate of the NNP for conceding defeat before the official announcement of the Electoral Commission. And that's all we have time for on the news for this hour. But there is so much more coming your way on Wake Up Nigeria.